Guys, what's going on? New week. Now, this is a week that we came back from Starbirds. So just kind of got everything settled in. I went and dropped off the Model A over at Timmy's. And I now have his rat rod in the garage. So he purchased this thing probably, I'd like to say 6 or 8 months ago. He's kind of put his own touch on it so far. So the truck was previously built, and what we're going to do is we're just going to go over a couple things and try and fix some of those that are messed up. Not digging on the guy whatsoever, so you guys please don't take it that way, because this is a pretty sweet truck. Believe, you know what, don't hold me to it because I don't know the year. I did have it. I know it's on an S10 frame. Now, something that me and Timmy had kind of went through is that it's hard to make these S10 frames look good on a truck. For the simple fact that you have the frame horns sticking out on both sides. So trying to find a grill that's going to match, it's a pain in the ass. So the biggest thing though is this is the one that we did put the engine in. And this right here, that's an issue. So he's still trying to think on that, trying to figure out what he's going to do. He did just put the visor on there, which looks sweet. He did a hell of a job on that. Covered up the hood hinges here. That looks pretty clean. The stacks. I know that we had talked about putting stacks on it. Or Timmy putting stacks on it. And these don't look bad. You know, I think bigger pipes would look a little bit better though. So, other than that, I thought it sounded great whenever he fired it up last night to unload it. But what we're going to be doing to this thing, we got to do the wiring because there's not hardly any fuses on this thing. And, you know, he plans on driving this, so we don't want to have issues down the road. And since he didn't build it, he really doesn't know what goes where. I don't know what goes where hardly. And when you get in a bind, you don't want to sit on the side of the road trying to figure that out. So what we're going to do is we are going to actually put a fuse panel in this thing. And we'll label it, get all the wiring diagram made up, get all that written down, kind of give him kind of a Bible to drive around, actually know what he has. We're also changing the battery box. As this old olive oil crate, which is super cool in my opinion. Doesn't have a lid, but I think what we'll do is we'll take the bottom off, make it a lid, and we'll just make a new bottom for it. So that won't be too bad at all. It should turn out pretty good. So we'll do that, do all the wiring, and just kind of a couple piddly things. So something else we need to do. We're going to bead roll some patch panels for this firewall. Try and keep it simple. I mean, I hate to take away any attention to anything else on the truck with just 2 bead rolled plates. So we'll work on that. Yeah, other than that, I'm probably going to just start cutting wires away today and just see what happens. I got a few minutes left over, so we'll just start chopping away and see what it turns out to be. Yeah, first things first, we need to get this battery out. Try not to fry anything. So get rid of that. There for now. And figure out how this box is coming here. Alright. So we'll take these cables off, that way we got some room to push the cables down. Take the box out. Even got my buddy out here stealing all my tools to help me. Ain't that right? Yeah, that's right. So kind of going through all this crap right now. And I'll show you guys, like I said, so all these wires are the same color. You got black and green. So we got 3 coming off we got 4 coming off the starter. Got those unhooked. Got the ground wire off of the block to the frame. And then we got all this going on here. So, like I said, you don't want to sit here and try and trace this while you're going down the road, because not knowing what it goes to. So the easy fix to that is just take this, squeeze really tight, maybe. He's a weezer. He's sharpen these suckers, I guess. So once you do that, take all this off along with that. What you got? Oh, you got some wire. All right, you wire in the. We got blue. All right, you wire in the fan. Okay, you do that part. Can you do that? Yeah. All right.
I got these. I got these. I got these.
What's up, buddy?
I got these.
You got the blue one? What color is that?
Green.
Good job.
It's so
Yeah. Well, you guys get the gist. We're going to cut all this harness out, get rid of it, start completely over. We want to be able to know what wires go where. So, that's the idea. Also, real quick, got that done. That looks great. End up putting a bottom in it. We got this top here to help kind of hold that. Battery does have blocked in everywhere. Looks really good. We'll figure out latches and everything for that after a bit, but that's about it. I got these screws out here, but before I pull this out, like, I want you guys to realize I've done this before too. I've used all the same wiring on something, the Braxton truck for instance. I used all white wire on the entire thing, ground, positive, everything. So I have done this. Now, it's nothing against him whatsoever. Like, I've been here. Like, you got a ride, you want to get to going, you want to be able to drive it, so you just put it together. I completely understand that. The only thing that I'm doing is just trying to upgrade this, because everything worked. It did. But I want to be able to upgrade it to where if there is a problem later down the road, Timmy's going to be able to fix it. That's the only thing. So I'm going to pull this out, and we're going to go through these here. So this was your ignition switch, which that's going to continue to be the ignition switch. But the only thing that we're going to do different on that is we are going to make this to where it turns on the fans and the ignition at the same time. That way, whenever you turn the ignition on, your fans are already on. You don't mistake not having them on. So we're going to do that too. Let's see. So you got your starter switch here. What else we got? So yeah, starter switch. These were your blinkers. Those are not going to be blinkers anymore. What we're going to do is we're actually going to take those off, and we're going to put toggle switches there. Just for, as far as the toggle switches, we want to have one that has the lights on it, and anything else that we do put on here. I'm trying to think. I'm drawing a blank here. So, but yeah, so those will be changed to actual switches. And we will go ahead and get rid of this push, or this screw-in switch. We'll do a hardwire switch. That way we have zero problems on these coming loose and not making a good connection. So we're going to get rid of all these, and we're going to put switches that are hardwired into everything. That way it's butt connector, and we heat shrink them, do everything like that. Won't have any issues on not making good contact. So just kind of want to clarify that, kind of go through that real quick. So we will get rid of all that mess. As far as the fuse panel, we're going to put that somewhere in here. Still trying to figure that piece out on where we're going to come off to have that. So, but we will get that figured out. What's going on, guys? Today's Friday. I'm worn out. I tell you what, man, it was a long week. So, nothing but shoveling and hauling cement out of the shop all week. So, I promise you, I'm worn out. So, anyways, I'm going to try and do the best I can today. We did figure out a couple things. So, we got all the old wiring out. I lacked one harness. Got to take it off. But, trying to think. Let me just show you what's going on. Alright, so, if I can get this thing out. So, our momentary switches, all that, they're gone. We have our hardwire switches now. So, we will get those wired up. Don't really know what they are yet, but we did go ahead and get those changed. Now, I don't know if I said before or not, but we plan on putting the fuse panel here, and I was going to drill a hole in the dash for the battery shutoff switch, the main power switch. The battery shutoff is in the box itself. So we're going to have a main power that whenever we flip it on, basically everything comes on, and you'll be able to turn the engine over. You'll be able to do everything that you want, other than the fact I'm going to have a switch for the lights and the ignition. So those are going to come separately. So whenever you turn on the ignition, it'll fire up the distributor. So anyways, so we had to make something here to hold that fuse panel. So I did. But instead of putting that main power switch out here, we're going to be able to hide that in here actually. So I'm trying to do this one-handed here. It's kind of difficult, so hang on, bear with me. So instead of that, we have this idea. So all the power and everything is going to be in here, which works out great. I think I will lift that up some. That way it brings this out here. Yeah, so that'll be good. If that's installed, that probably couldn't have gone better. It looks pretty dang good. So you're sitting in there, all you see is those. I mean, you'll have this switch panel here, but you ain't gonna be able to do nothing with it unless pull that down, switch this on. Now you got power. And you'll be able to reach it since this cab is so small. Yeah, so that worked out good. I like that. And you're able to get to your fuses and crap like that. And then we got our cover. Not too bad. That'll be good. What's going on? So we've been working on this thing. As you guys just saw, Timmy came over. He did some bead rolling. It's pretty cool being able to kind of direct him in the right direction. I'm not saying by any means I told him how to do it or showed him how to do it, because I barely know what I'm doing. So it was cool to be able to watch him actually give it a shot. So it turned out good though. I didn't have a bigger bead roller, so we couldn't do it basically one piece. So we just did 3 pieces like we did on the Oldsmobile. So yeah, that turned out great. As far as the wiring, I could not be happier how the wiring turned out. Show you what we got going here. Now, we do need to go ahead and loom this. Timmy ended up ordering some, it's basically a wired loom. I don't know, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a lot nicer loom than the plastic stuff that'll melt on the headers, and it just looks a lot cleaner. So we'll be doing that. Let's see, turn signals, everything. All right, let me just get in here. First of all, I know you guys have probably seen this already, but we got our battery box here. And he is actually getting a strap for this battery. So we'll put that in. I actually just took this down the road, make sure everything was still good, nothing caught on fire, so that's a plus. So he'll get something to strap that down, worry about that later. He's got some old hinges we're gonna put on this. But yeah, so we got our main battery switch there, powers everything off. Then you get in here. Actually, let me go to the driver's side. Act like we're about to rip this thing. All right, so you open this, got your battery switch there. Now, your fan stays on. Timmy did like that. That way, you just can't forget it. So, got our main ignition, all your battery, voltage, oil, temperature, all that comes on. Your lighting fires right up. Take that back. Oh, well, hey, stupid. There we go. Now, got a nice little lope to it. We got our, yeah, voltage is reading, good oil pressure. Turn that off. We don't need it on to look at everything else. Let's see. We're only using one toggle switch, so we actually turned everything to where we only have one switch. Your running lights and everything come on whenever that comes on. So this is going to be how it turned out back there. It's really, really clean looking. All the battery, cable, everything tied up, away from everything to where it won't get rubbed on. Got it heat shrinked around the aluminum to where if it does get close, it will have heat shrink, so it'll protect that wire so it won't rub a hole in it. We got our ignition panel here. Let me turn this off for a minute. Got our ignition, or our fuse panel, sorry. Everything's heat shrinked, looks freaking fantastic. So we got our tach, brake, gauge, volts, blah, blah, blah. This fuse panel acted like it went to a boat, so it didn't really, I don't know, didn't like that. So the fan override, that's not like a toggle switch or nothing, that's just a fan fuse. So that turned out great. And let me turn this back on. Again, we got our brake switch, got that on there, and so whenever we press in the pedal, it breaks contact with that switch and makes it to where the lights power on the back. We got our turn signal switch. So right now it's blinking green. Take it back here. We got turn signal. And we have a front turn signal. So that's awesome. Turn that off. Turn this off. So whenever you're done driving it, throw her in park, turn that off, bam. That's it. You don't have to turn the main battery switch off out and back, but you know, that's just something you can do if you want to worry about that. Other than the loom, I think it really did turn out good. Pretty proud of this one. Again, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm not bashing anybody on their wiring. All right. The screen's gonna break again. I'm not bashing anybody on their wiring by any means, because I've done some shady and shoddy stuff before. But this one, I will say, I love it. It turned out great. I can honestly say each wiring job that I do gets better and better and better. I'm actually proud of the work. So, but hey, again, you guys might look at this and be like, man, it looks like shit. But that's fine, you know. If I want to pay somebody to make it look immaculate, I would, but I'm not. If I'm capable of doing it, I'm going to do it. So, and if it catches fire going down the road, I have nobody to blame but myself. So, luckily, this isn't my truck. So if it does catch fire, Timmy, sorry. We'll find something else to blame on. But no, really, I think this will be great. It's better than what was in there. There was one fuse on this whole truck, and you know, I understand it's a rat rod, but no sense of putting a light switch or nothing like that. Like, just, we want it to look good. So it does. Next thing that we are going to do is we're going to change the stacks on it. So I have an old semi stack that we're actually Timmy has right now. He's cutting it and getting an angle on it. So they'll have turnouts at the top. That'll look pretty damn good. Paint them matte black. Got some flex pipe we're going to put on the bottom of them to add to the height of it. So they'll look pretty damn good. That'll be cool. Mr. Tim Cooley out here. Check and see if we got fuel. But end up doing stacks. Turned out great. Timmy hates them. Doesn't think they look good, but no, they definitely look better than the pipe. Got all the wiring done. Showed you guys the inside. It looks good. The wiring loom. He ended up getting some heat-resistant wiring loom, so that turned out good. Got all that done, kind of everything. Make sure don't catch on fire going down the road. Got these heat wrapped because that is actually flex pipe there. Flex pipe looks like crap, so just covered it up with that. End up turning that elbow into a turnout, so that worked out good. Getting the rest of this crap out of the way and take it down the road, see how it does. Got this thing kind of did up here. Timmy's taking off now. He's actually heading to the house. So, gonna kind of close out this video. Pretty cool being able to do this. I think it really turned out great. The wiring looks great. Axel sure is enjoying it. Hey, what are you driving?
Hot rod.
Driving the hot rod. Shift some gears for me. See what you got. Shift.
Yeah.
Yeah, drive it. All right. So, stacks turned out great. I really like them. I think they're growing on Timmy. So, I think he is right. I think the black kind of, it really does look good, especially at the wheels. So, it kind of gives a little bit of an accent. As far as sound, sounds great. It's actually not terribly loud going down the road. So, it's not annoying. You don't have that droney noise or nothing. So, he was going to come get it sometime this week. He bought another grill. I believe it's 41 Dodge front end. And he's going to try and get that mocked up, put that on there before Moonshine Mashup. So that'll be pretty cool. That'll really help this issue here that we got, because it doesn't look good. So, but he's got a grill. Looks like it'll fit perfect in there. End up getting that from Yates Center today. So, other than that, guys, that's it. This thing turned out great. So, I guess me and Buddy, we're going to go get cleaned up. Open the door. We're going to go get cleaned up. Let me see your hands. All dirty. Do what? Let me see them. All dirty. Daddy's hands dirty too. Alright. So yeah, we'll go get cleaned up. But we'll be back on the Oldsmobile next week. Looking forward to that. We got some things that we need to do as far as the floor pan. Also about the wiring harness. So hopefully we can get the actual car harness in, not the engine. But we'll get the other harness kind of ran where it needs to be. So that'd be cool. Other than that, appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you in the next one. All right. You want to tell them bye?
Bye.
Knuckles.
Boom.
Boom, boom.